Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on European Confessions. There is a message that I want to share with you guys, and this message reads like this. Hello, my brother. How are you? Can you please post my own story as hidden identity? My brother, I used to work as a private car salesman, and I am very talented at that. I am someone who is able to market a product within a few days. I would have found a buyer for that product. When I found that gap in the market, I then started going around speaking with different people that will be selling their cars. Then once I would have made sure that the person would have given the car to me, then I would take the pictures, then I'll start marketing it on Facebook Marketplace. Unfortunately, my brother, the people in the community where I was staying, they started trusting me a lot. They trusted me more than they should have trusted me. It then happened that when my business was very successful, when everyone in the community knew about me, they came 3 people, and these people, when they came to me to give me their money, they were not wrong at all, because this is what most people in the community used to do. Whenever someone wanted to buy a good used car, they would come to me and they would leave the money with me, and they would say, please take this money, go and find a good used car for me. So 3 people came to me all at once, and they left their money with me, and they said that, please, can you find a good used car for us? I then took that money, just like what I used to do. After I had taken the money, I started looking around for 3 good used cars, and I knew that within a couple of days I will be able to get those 3 good used cars. But then tragedy struck. What happened was that my mother-in-law, who was back home in Zim, she got so sick. I tried to ignore, but when I would look at my wife, she was always sad, because she is the only breadwinner in her family, and everyone was looking up to her to raise the money that was needed so that my mother-in-law could be taken to the hospital. After I had spoken with my wife, we then agreed that my mother-in-law had to be taken to the doctors, and when she was taken to the doctors said that she had to have a surgery done on her, and a lot of money was needed. Well, we had the money in the house anyway, because I had not yet found those 3 good used second-hand cars. So we took some of the money so that my mother-in-law can have the operation done on her. After the doctors had operated on her, unfortunately, she then passed away. After she had passed away, more money was needed from us, because we had to travel to Zim. After traveling to Zim, we had to pay everything for the funeral. My wife was supposed to do it, and I had to give her the money. So I spoke with my wife, and I said, let us take a portion of the money and we go back home. We bury my mom-in-law, then we return back, and I hustle, and I'll give these people their money back, or their cars. My brother, I thought that this was going to happen, but there is something about money. Once you have started using someone's money, you'll keep on using it, and you will never replace it. That is the truth. And when we returned back from Zim, we then started staying in another area, in a different community, because I had seen that the money that I had used, it was quite a lot. There was no way I was going to be able to use this money. When people would call me, I would ignore their calls. But anyway, my brother, I was then bewitched after I had failed to pay up the money. One day, my brother, when I had spoken with this other guy who had told me that the car that he was selling, so I was driving to his place so that I can go and view the car, take the pictures, and upload it on Facebook Marketplace. I was thinking that if I get a small markup, then I'll return the money back to those people one by one, those ones that I owed their money. So this was like a perfect thing that I was going to do. But then the devil had other plans for me, because soon after I had been bewitched, I don't know if it is by these people or what went wrong, then bad luck started following me. Whatever I would try to do, bad luck will just follow me. Just like that time when I went to go and view that car, I was traveling on the highway at such a high speed. It then happened that there was something that scratched me at the back of my neck. So naturally, when I felt that there was something that was scratching me at the back of my neck, I then looked back, and to my surprise, I saw something that seemed to be like it came straight out of a horror movie. This thing, it was a shadowy figure. It was dark in color, like black in color. It was sitting at the back, and my brother, when I saw this evil shadow, I immediately got frightened and nervous. I then lost control of the vehicle, and I then moved out of the highway. When I was losing control, by the time that I hit the gravel road, the small rocks, they cut the tires of my car, and that was it, my brother. That car, when I returned back with it never got repaired, and the parts for that car, they were quite expensive. I was unable to fix it until I sold it. I had spent so much money on that car, but whenever I would think that I have to use it again, then more problems will come, more problems on top of more problems. I got so unlucky in my businesses. I went broke. I sold that car, like selling off the parts one by one until the car was just finished, and I never got the money back, the money that I had used to purchase off that car. My brother, I tried everything, like in the salesman dirty book, to sell used cars that were damaged, lying that they were still in perfect condition, but still I went broke. I tried placing adverts on Facebook, but still there was no response. It was like a waste of money. From selling cars, right now I am just a regular gardener. If I tell you, you will never believe me that I once sold about 5 cars a week. I was making so much money. At the end of the month, the profits that I used to make, I would make more than 50k each and every month. But all of it just went down the drain because I was bewitched by one of those people that I scammed off their money. And I learned a very great lesson that when you owe someone money, you need to make sure that you return back the money if you cannot provide the service for that person, because if you do that, you will end up like me. I am such an unlucky guy working as a gardener when I used to earn a lot of money. Right now, if you ask me, I am only getting paid 4,000 rands a month. I am a guy who used to earn 50,000 rands a month. So you can just imagine the difference between 50k and 4k a month. And what pains me the most is that I know deep down that I am a talented salesman, but bad luck is following me. And they say that the ancestors, they will never give you something twice. And I know that this is the truth. Whoever said that the ancestors will never give you something twice, I think that they had came across the situation that I am living in right now, because I am just slowly going nowhere. But as for my wife, she is happy with the situation. She is saying that at least we are happy. That is what matters. But in my heart, each and every day, it is a reminder. Whenever I am doing my garden work, I am always reminding myself that here I am. I was a man who used to make a lot of money. Oh, dear listeners, right there was a narration of a message that was sent to me by one of our dear brothers.